right, we're going to get started here. And what I wanted to do tonight was to show you the insides of the Audacity workshop and what I have available for you in there. The Audacity workshop is a course that I created to help people to cut their editing in half. There's two things that most people have frustrations with when it comes to podcasting. One, Skype doesn't always work the way they want it to. I can't help with that. I don't own Skype. I don't know how to solve the Skype problems. But two is editing takes too long. In fact, somebody just today on a Facebook group said, "What's your biggest challenge with podcasting?" What did they say? They said it was editing. And so I created a course on Audacity just to show you how quick and easy you can do simple steps and shortcuts that I've used since I was converting these guys to CD. That's how long I've been using Audacity. Audacity is about 15 years old. I might have been using it, at least 12 years, maybe even 15. I don't know for sure. I can't remember that long ago. You can see this is a little white here, and it's because, it's not covered in snow here. So I created this course, just two versions of it. One has 10 free videos. The first 10 videos are free to anyone who subscribes. If you got an email saying, hey, the webinar's tonight, you're already on that list. You have access to the free course. And the free course is simply for any kind of a beginner, or I've even had people who've taken it and said, hey, you know what? I didn't realize all the tools that were in the toolbar. That really helped out. And let me go ahead. I'm going to go ahead into the course. I'll tell you, let me show you how to get there for the free course. And then we're going to show you how to go up and sign up for the, excuse me, I got to find the page. Sign up for the premium course. So we're going to do this here. Okay. Let me double check, make sure that's working. Yes, that's working. Okay, you should be able to see my screen now. And what you're seeing is, this is the landing page at stevestewart.me. That is my homepage for everything I do: financial coaching, podcast coaching. I have a course on how to use ScreenFlow for the Mac. And if you go up here to courses, there's a shortcut here to the Audacity workshop for podcasters. Now, I'm going to make it really easy for you. stevestewart.me is the home base for everything I do. But if you do stevestewart.me/Audacity, that will take you to this page right here. The toolbar at the top is specific for people who are in the course. You've got a link right here to the free webinars with descriptions of the ones that are coming up. And then you've got the login for once you do sign up, once you do register for the course, that is where you would go and be able to take advantage of those 10 free videos. So let me walk you through it. I've got a little introduction video here, talks about the course. And here's where you can simply sign up for the free 10 lessons. So you can just type in your name, Steve, your email address, and I'll go ahead and just I'll just use one of them that I've already got in there. And click on Start Today. That'll then take you to another page, and you're already on the email list that will then give you notification of any of the upcoming webinars. So you want to be watching your email for the information. And then you've got a button right here, big orange button. Click here to register. You click on that, and this will then take you into the registration page, which will then get you into the free version of the Audacity workshop. And of course, it's taking its sweet time because A, I'm doing video Skype here with you, or video chat, and B, my daughter is on FaceTime with her boyfriend in California, which is going to take me forever. So, okay, let's just go a goofy name here. All right, password. Let's just make up a password. Of course, you don't know what it is. And you got to type it in twice. And of course, I probably typed it in wrong. Yeah, let's see here. Yep. I know, this is really exciting to you, isn't it? All right. All right, and then you put in your first name, last name, all that stuff. And this will also get you on the email list, which will, again, remind you of all the upcoming webinars. We've got a couple coming up. Actually, on the 15th, we've got one with Craig Matthias. Craig Matthias is going to show us how to put an awesome podcast blog on your site. So if you haven't got one yet, he's going to show you how to use it. Use WordPress to do that. Upcoming, not confirmations for dates yet, but we've got Dave Jackson coming up in the future. We've got Jeff Brown from the Read to Lead podcast. Eric K. Johnson from the podcast talent coach. He is also going to be facilitating one of the webinars here in the future. All right, so once you've registered, you can go in and log into my course. So this is the login page, and we can log in right now to see what the course looks like on the inside. By the way, if you're interested in hearing about, how does Steve Stewart know anything about podcasting? Well, I've been podcasting since 2010, almost 5 years. It's not a record. It's not really outstanding, but 5 years is longer than many people. And one of the reasons for this course is to get people to stop being frustrated from all of the hard work and effort and time that it takes in editing, and help them to shorten that learning curve, and that way they won't quit so soon, and they'll be able to go to 5 years as well. Got an introduction video here, so it'll help you understand what the course is. I'm going to walk you through some of that right now. Here are the 10 videos that you have access to. First things first, install Audacity, then start a new project, walkthrough of the project window. You'll also notice, I don't know if you can tell on your screen if it's too small, but there are timestamps, or it tells you how long the video is. And that's very helpful, because if you've only got a few minutes and you want to knock out a couple of them, you don't have to go in order. You can click on any one of these. And the longest one here, in fact, the only one that's over 5 minutes, is toolbar uses, and that walks you through all the toolbars. It gives you, first of all, it gives you the name of each one. I walk through. Okay, this is the tools toolbar, which is kind of redundant to me, and then there's the transport toolbar and the transcription toolbar, and then we walk through a little bit of what each of those toolbars are used for. The rest of the videos are nice and short. How to customize your toolbars, so you can move them around and organize them, or hide them if you want. How to record a new project, how to save a project, how to export a project. Those are all videos that are available to anyone who signs up for the free course, as I showed you on the previous page. Now, if you wanted, if you purchased the full studio, and that's what we're going to do pretty soon, then you would click on this button, and that would take you into an entire different area of the website to allow you to get even more videos and more resources. So let me go ahead and show you the process for that. This will take you to ClickBank, which is we'll just call it the shopping cart. That's the shopping cart where I go and we can order the full studio version of the course. Now, this is the checkout page. I'm just going to go ahead and type in the information that I need. 434. Come on. And of course, we'll put in the email address, pay now. And once you've paid, this is a one-time only. That's all it is. It's not going to be a recurring monthly. I hate, if you listen to my podcast, I hate subscriptions, because it just drains your cash flow. I like to buy something and own it. I don't want to be on any kind of agreement. It would be wonderful if everything was like that. And then you'll see a green button right here. This is the most important thing. Once you've checked out and you get this confirmation page, by the way, you will not see that red bar there, but you will see this green button here, which will then give you access to the course. Click on that. It will then take you to the registration page. As we wait, of course, my daughter is still on FaceTime with her boyfriend in California. Yes, Dad is not putting his foot down when it's time for webinars. Okay. Now, I've already signed up for the free course, so I've already registered, so I don't have to do anything special. But if you just straight up buy the course, you don't have to go through that first part of the email process. But we're going to go ahead and click on this, because I don't have to register either. I've already been registered. I'm already accessing the website, stevestewart.me, for the Audacity workshops. And then all you need to do is go ahead and log back in again. Come on. I'm going to log back in again. You'll also notice I've got that same page still open. I've got it so that it'll open up a new page when you click on that, just in case there's any kind of issues. You can go back and click on that as well. All right, here we are. We're back to that home page. This is, again, the same place where anybody who signs up for the free course, the 10 free videos, who also then gets notifications about all these upcoming webinars with Craig Carpenter, who's going to be talking about Relay That. We're going to be introducing him and his new product, which there's a lot of buzz about. But if you're a full Studio Access member, that means you've paid for the course, you get more. And that's what we're going to talk about here. Go ahead and click here, and that gets you into this extra area of the website. If you remember, I talked about those 10 free videos. You can jump around all you want. And that's really one of the benefits of my course is they're short videos. Like this first one again was 1:53, but maybe you don't need to know how to install Audacity. Let's skip all that stuff. That's just getting started. Let's going into the basic editing skills, and you can see that there's splitter, convert, stereo, mono. Have you ever had the situation where you had one person recorded on one channel and another person on another channel? Well, if you want to do some real good editing, you need to split. Adding positioning tracks. Sync and lock multiple tracks together. That's very important. Very, very important when you're in multi-track mode. Speed up your editing by 2 times. That's very cool. It's some of you guys might know what the transcription toolbar is. That's basically what that features there. Deleting scenes and segments safely, labeling tracks. This is bookmarks. There's a couple of tips, in fact, in there that I call bookmarks, and so you might be interested in watching that. I'm not going to go through each and every one of these, but let me show you some of the benefits of again, this neat little toolbar. Let's go ahead into the auto duck effect. We're going to go into this course, and you'll see what each and every lesson looks like. It starts off here at this page where we've got the video. I can click on the play button. There's a big play button here in the center. There's a play button on the left at the bottom corner. It gives you the timestamp. I can adjust the volume here, or I can click on this and go full screen. And I can allow it or deny it. So I'm going to go ahead and just get back out of that because I want to stay on this page. So let's pretend we watch the video. Notice I also have the toolbar on the right-hand side. This is the list of all of the course, all of the lessons inside of this course. And once I've done that, I hit this marked as completed. Let me go ahead and do that, and I'll show you some more of the benefits that are up on this page here. All right, it says you have now completed this unit. So I've gone through, I've watched the video, I've learned what I need to. I can come back and watch this again some other time. It doesn't have to be now. It could be later. I don't have to mark it as completed if I don't want to keep track of that as saying completed, because maybe I do want to come back and look at it later. But I can now progress to either the previous unit. I can click on this. It would take me to the next unit inside the course. Or again, I can go over here on the side, and I can go over to the compressor and leveling. This is the longest video in my course, and wow, there's a lot to learn about that, and you really have to play around with it. Compressing and leveling your audio, it's really an art form, and even Daniel J. Lewis says that. And you'll see here the video again. You see here I've got links to other types of resources if you want to go check out other resources as far as how to use the art of compression or leveling. Here's even I'm talking about Levelator, which works really well on the Mac still, even though it's not supported. And then I can mark this as completed. But let me show you something really cool. Remember that we marked the auto duck feature as completed. If you look over on the right hand side of your screen where I'm moving my mouse around, it's highlighted in green. That is because we marked it as being completed, and that will help you to keep track of all of the lessons that you've already watched. So you can jump around all you want as long as you hit this button at the bottom, mark as completed. Then as soon as you jump to, we'll just say the next unit, then it's going to mark it as being completed, and it's going to highlight it in green. That's going to help you to keep track of those videos you've already spent the time watching. Maybe there's one thing you want to take a look at, and really quickly, or you're in Audacity, you're like, hey, does Steve have a video on this? You log in, you take a look, there it is, boom, it's a 3-minute video. You watch it, you mark it as completed, you get out, and then next week you come back and look for something, and oh, I already watched that one. It's going to save you a lot of time. And the one thing this course is, it's quick, easy. The videos aren't too long. Yeah, there's a couple of them that are over 5 minutes, but the majority of them I try to keep under 5, just because we want to be able to target in on those ones. A couple other bonuses that are built into the course, into the full Studio Access version. There's nothing like this in the free versions because it doesn't really call for it. But here's a lesson called the top 10 keyboard shortcuts. And so you watch the video, I walk through some of the shortcuts, and then I can actually download, or you can actually download a PDF of the top 10 keyboard shortcuts. And this is what it looks like right here. And you can print it, put it by your computer. put it off the side. It's going to help you to remember what the the silence command is. Command L or Control L on a Windows machine. So that's something you can print, save to your desktop, whatever you want to do, and it's right there. The same type of thing is available for the, let's see, which one is it? Here we go. We're going to go into the fixed plosives and popped P's. And I think I just popped my P there when I was describing it. This is a video that talks about how you can, when you've got that P sound in your recording, you may not have something that you can practice with. You want to practice with some of these lessons. And by doing so, then you're going to retain the learning better. I always learn better by doing, not by reading, not by watching. Watching more than reading, but still, if I can do it, that'd be great. But maybe you don't have a really good example of a popped P. Well, I've got that. I'll show you in the video. In fact, let me just go ahead and I'm going to play a little bit of it. Of course, okay, so this is me popping a bad P. There's popping bad P. How do you fix those? I walk you through on that video. But then if you wanted to actually practice with this very same audio, you go right down here, you download the very same audio clip that I'm using in the example. It's not in every lesson, but there are lessons where I go ahead and download that. Sometimes it's an Audacity project with all of the labels, just like you would see up here in the video, which is just below the WAV file. Some of them have that, or it might just be the WAV file, which I think is easier for you anyway, because you don't have to unzip the file and save it to your desktop, things like that. This is just a quick, easy WAV file, and that's going to again help you to learn the lesson more quickly and not have to waste time trying to search through a project you already have to practice, how to fix a popped P. Again, resources. Here's some things down here where if you wanted to go and get a pop filter or a windscreen for your microphone, you can order it here. By the way, this website here at the bottom, this is Dave Jackson from the School of Podcasting. It's bestpodcastinggear.com. He has a wonderful site there with, well, basically just podcasting gear. So you'll be able to zero in on what Dave believes is the best podcasting gear out there. Gives you some options. It's not just a Heil PR40 and an ATR 2100. There's other microphones and accessories, but you don't have to wade through the thousands and thousands and thousands of microphone and mixers and stuff like that. He narrows it down to the ones that are current, are the best for the value, and all that. All right, I'm going to mark this as complete, and we're going to move on. And again, the ones that are completed are highlighted in green. You can jump around all you want. So that's wonderful. Another very interesting and I think helpful tip, and if I could remember one of the lessons, is going to be this one. Let me make sure. Actually, wait, I can show you a better example here. Nope, that's not it. All right, I'm sorry. We're going to go to save time with templates. Now, this one I'd split up into two videos, but there is something called a speed lesson. And a speed lesson is usually at the beginning of the video. And what I do is within 30 seconds or 50 seconds, or I think I've got one that's up to 70 or 80 seconds, and that's the longest that a speed lesson would be, is maybe you've got some experience with Audacity. You know what to do. You just want a quick, you don't want to watch the whole 4 minutes to find out the reasons why and how the intricacies work. You want a quick lesson. Well, this speed lesson will do that for you. In fact, this one's 66 seconds, a minute and 6 seconds. It shows you, here, do this to create a podcast template. You probably know how to do a lot of the other things you need to do to make it work right. So I don't have to show you, click the sync lock track off or, highlight. You just know how to do most of that. Okay, how do we create a podcast template? In a minute, 6 seconds, you're going to see that. Wonderful, right? Okay, and then there's the longer video here. Most of the videos, I have a speed lesson. It's in the first 30 seconds, and then I go into the full version. It's just for this one, I went ahead and split it up into two. But I'll tell you what, the speed lessons, if you have any experience with Audacity, the speed lessons are going to help you to just get that, get that insight, get that skill in your toolkit, and you'll be able to rock away with it in no time. So that's another wonderful piece of the course. And then, of course, one of the coolest things is it's not just me talking about Audacity, but you'll see here, and we've just started adding to it over here on the right-hand side above the share buttons, is, oh, I should probably take those share buttons down anyway. They don't need to be there. We have all of the Audacity workshop webinars with the guests that I bring on are going to be here inside of the course. These webinars are not going to stay public. They will all be taken down within 48 hours. This one will stay up, but the ones that I do with our special guests, like here's the one for Daniel J. Lewis. It's the first one in Module 4. Then I've got the webinar we did last week with Hanny Mora from Simple Podcast Press. We talked about Pat Flynn's Smart Podcast Player. We talked about John Dennis's Procast Player, and actually Hanny took us through the back end on some of these plugins to show how they work and what the features are that they have available to you as a podcaster. So it's not just here's how they work on your site, but this is how you can change the color scheme, change the text, change the way that they operate, make a link to your app or a link to your newsletter within the podcast play. It's just very cool stuff. And those are long form. So these are going to be long videos, but they're webinars and they're very, very helpful. So if you don't get to see the live webinars that are scheduled, coming up, I've got a few more in the next few months, of course, and you don't catch the replay within the next 24, 40 hours, then if you buy the full studio access level of my Audacity workshop, then you'll be able to get those anytime you want. You'll be able to sit down, watch them as long as you want. You might only have 20 minutes and you want to, on your lunch break and just watch some of the video and then come back to the rest of it later. It will not save your place for you, but at least you'll remember, I had 20 minutes in. I can watch. Let's go ahead and jump in. We'll take a look real quick. Here we go. In fact, Ramona Rice she watched the webinar live, and then she tweeted this out after she edited her first podcast using Change. She said it saved her at least 90 minutes of editing that week. I don't know how much editing she does, but holy moly. If it saved her 90 minutes of editing and just learn how to use chains, holy moly, that's fantastic. So that's something that maybe you benefit from here. Here's the replay of the webinar from June 18th. Again, you hit play. It's just over an hour long, and I even put takeaways with timestamps in here. So if I wanted to see, let's go right to how to set up chains in Audacity. I can scroll right to the 8-minute and 50-second mark. And here's Daniel showing us how to set up a new chain. I mean, how cool is that? So even the webinars are designed to help you get the information you need quickly and not have to sit through an hour-long webinar, which actually they're very good, but maybe there's not something, maybe there's one little thing you want to take advantage of that you want to see inside of the webinar. Does the order of chains matter? This is a question that we got from the viewers, and Daniel answers that at 26:22. And yes, the order of the chains do matter, by the way. Another thing that is coming up, and I'm trying to master it, but you'll see this here on the bottom right-hand corner of the screen, this little green bar, and I'm trying to get it to change blue. It hasn't happened yet, so I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong. But if you see that I'm online and you want to ask me questions while you're in the course, you'll be able to type in some information, send it to me. And if I'm online, I'll get the message. And as soon as I get the opportunity, I'm going to get right with you. So if I'm working on the website, if I'm working on another lesson that's going to go into this course, which is ever growing, then I'm going to get to your question right away. I can't promise I'll be on there a lot, but if I'm on there, if it says online, click on it and start asking your questions. See if I can help you. Maybe there's a lesson that I haven't quite yet created that you really want to know. Then I can put that on my list and maybe even make it happen that day. But here are again a list of the lessons. Let me go back to the. We got to go back to the original page here, and let's just go back. Oh, I don't want to do that. We're going to go back to the very beginning. Oh, I probably need to show you. If you get lost like I just did, you can always hit that top bar, which said Audacity Workshop Login, and it'll take you to this login screen right here. Now, currently, I am logged in. Otherwise, it would give me the boxes for my name, my username and my password. But I'm logged in right now, so I can just click on this right here. Now, let me also show you the rest of the page here. If for whatever reason you found this page, you don't have full access, again, you can click here and purchase it. You can send me an email. If you're curious about earning affiliates, an affiliate, if you want to earn money by selling my course, you can click here. But let's go back into, again, my account. This takes us back to the very beginning. The very beginning is those top 10, the first 10 videos. And I can then take you to, we can take you back to the full studio access here. I'm just jumping around right now to give you an idea of how to find your way around this website. Right now, there's 4 modules. Of course, the third one is going to have a couple more videos in it. I've got a 5th module that I'm going to be creating in the future, which is going to be talking more about gear and maybe some website stuff, maybe a few of the plugins, things like that. They're going to be a little bit longer too as well, but the Audacity workshop videos are going to be short. Here I've got the first one is your getting started section, editing skills, and then my tips and tricks. These are the things that aren't necessarily proven. They're not, you won't find those on the Audacity website as far as here's how you, step 1, step 2, step 3. These are kind of here's how I've learned to get rid of ers, and ahs. How do you tell someone how to find an How do you see that? Well, I show you how to do that in the video. How do you see an even before you listen to it? And that unit number 3 right there will show you how to do that. Of course, the exclusive webinars, we've just started on those. And then eventually I'm going to get another module, a group of videos, which are going to be about gear and things like that. So if you've got any questions, I haven't even been paying attention to the Google page. Oh, I probably need to stop sharing my screen here. That would be good, huh? And let me just see if anybody has sent in any questions yet. I know this sounds like a big sales pitch. I apologize for that, but I've had people who've asked questions like, one person had asked me, is this a yearly annual fee? No, this is all one time only, $39.95. That's the price. And that will be, that is the price currently at this time. It won't cost any more or less if you buy this in the next 2 weeks. Right now it is, it's going to be July 1st tomorrow morning. So we'll just say at least in the month of July, the price is not going to be increased. It's $39.95, one time only. PayPal, major debit card, major credit card. You can purchase it that way. You get full-time, lifetime access to the course. You've got access to me for questions if you have anything. And of course, you're going to have access to these webinars, whether you attend live, watch the replay in the next 2 days, or get it inside the course. So hopefully you're seeing the value in this. I really love this course. I'm sorry, I'm a bit proud about it because it's very cool, and I know it's going to help a lot of people, and hopefully you'll be able to see that yourself. So if you want to go and purchase this course, then what you need to go do is go to stevestewart.me/Audacity. I don't know if you can read that. That's down there underneath there. Steve Stewart, that's STEWART.me. It's not .com because, well, the guy who's owned the .com has owned it since before I had my first computer. That's how long. He's not going to be giving it up. stevestewart.me/Audacity. That'll take you right to that website, right to that page where you can purchase the full studio access version. Gives you lifetime access to all the videos, and they're going to continue to keep growing and growing and growing. It's not going to be something that's going to end anytime soon. As I was mentioning earlier, if you didn't get to hear, I've got some upcoming webinars with the next one is going to be Wednesday, July 15th. I believe that's the date. Why does that sound so goofy to me? But it's supposed to be July 15th at 2 p.m. Eastern. That is 1 p.m. Central. There'll be 12 noon Mountain and 11 a.m. Pacific time. That is going to be a live webinar with Craig Mathias, and he's going to show us how to create a rockin' WordPress website for our podcast. The guy's created a whole ton of Udemy courses, and a lot of them have to do with building courses, building websites, things like that. So this guy knows what he's talking about. And the cool thing about this guy is he had a really good job that he liked. I mean, it wasn't fantastic paying, but it was a good job. He's young, and he quit it. But he quit it because he was out of debt. He was saving a whole ton of money, and he decided, you know what? Life's too short. I'm going to move on. And he started his own business, and this is what he's doing. He's helping people create digital products and better their business like that. So I think that's very cool. So we've got Craig Mathias coming up on the 15th of July. That's a Wednesday. It's at 2 p.m. Eastern. I've got Eric K. Johnson, who's going to talk about how to prepare for a rock star interview. Eric A. Johnson is from the podcast talentcoach.com. Jeff Brown, he's going to show us how to execute an awesome interview. Okay, so there's Eric K. Johnson will show us how to prep for the interview. Jeff Brown's going to show us how to execute on that. And he's a very good interviewer. He is the host of the Read to Lead podcast. Craig Carpenter, he is launching a new service right now called Relay That. It's in beta, but he's going to launch it fairly soon. And it's going to be a way that people can create awesome graphics for their blogs, for, obviously their website, all kinds of things. And I'm just about to dig into that. I'm a big Canva user, but the things that I've seen that he's doing there is really impressive. So I'm really excited about getting him on. Vernon Ross will be coming and talking about sponsorships. We're trying to nail the time down for that one, but I think that's going to be a really powerful webinar. Those webinars are free for anyone to attend. If you've already signed up for the 10 free videos, or if you've already gotten the invitation that for the webinar that you're watching right now, you're already part of that. You're going to get notifications. You get to watch those webinars. They don't come down for 48 hours, so you'll be able to watch the replay if you don't get to catch it live that day. So don't worry about that. And let's see what else. I'm going to go see if we have any more or any questions going on for this right now. And let me go ahead and close all this stuff. I know you're not seeing this, so forgive me for boring you. But if you want to go and check this out again, go to Steve Stewart, STEWART.me/Audacity. That'll take you right to the Audacity workshop where you can purchase the full studio access version for $39.95. The price will be good for the full month of July 2015. And of course, if you've got any questions, you can always come and reach out to me, and I'll be able to help you to navigate your way around if you need to, answer any questions that you want, and I'll be able to take care of you. One more thing before I want to go. This is just coming together. If you're anywhere in the Midwest, and you know where Indianapolis is, then on August 15th, not July 15th, but August 15th, 2015 will be the first Midwest Mastermind. The Midwest Mastermind is myself, Dustin Hartzler from Your Website Engineer, and Ryan Roten, who is the brand specialist over at the Brand New You Show. And there's a special guest that I'm not going to announce yet because we're going to hammer out the details tomorrow morning. So I really don't want to give up the ghost right now and slip on anything. But he's going to be a special guest that'll join us. And the 3 or 4 of us will be hosting this in-person live mastermind where you'll be able to sit down. You'll tell us about your business. We'll tear it down and help you to build it back up so it's even better. In fact, I'm going to benefit from that just by being there. It's going to be, again, August 15th, 2015 in Indianapolis. And if you want to know more for that one, you go to, MidwestMastermind.com. MidwestMastermind.com. If you go there, we're still building that site, going to be able to get you on there to sign up, get information about it, find out more details as it comes along. We've got the location set, the date set, we've got the gear set. We almost have the people set. All we need is you to join us. So that's going to be August 15th, 2015 in the north side of Indianapolis. Go to MidwestMastermind.com and you'll be able to sign up there, and I'll get to see you. I'll get to meet you, and that'd be great. And we could talk podcasting afterwards. It's going to be great. In fact, the place that we're having it at, there's some activities that go on afterwards. And I'm not talking about just beer. We're talking about fun things, and you can even bring the family. So, hey, if you've got any questions, you can find me at stevestewart.me. Just send me an email, steve@stevestewart.me. Let me help you cut your editing in half. If you have any questions, send me that email. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. And I will be seeing you in 2 weeks with Craig Mathias, July 15th at 2 p.m. Eastern.